Okay, I'm gonna make this one short because I did say I was gonna play with this cat. But I've been wanting to rant for this for like 2 days, and other things getting in the way. Not this, not the cat. Cat's cool. Um, yeah, ABC News. Not even gonna just say news channels, although it's probably all of them at this point. No political bias here. All news channels. Okay, so like we got Easy Cat. She's got claws. Um, so you get on YouTube, you can reach out to the world. Okay, cool. You can give your whole narrative on life. You become a big YouTuber who's viewed by millions. You become a news station, basically. That's what you are. You are basically the pariah of newscasters, I guess, in the news world. They don't want you. They would rather talk about you than bring you on a talk with you. So we'll take, news channels. News channels are basically just YouTube channels. You're just viewing them through a different medium. Use your phones, tablets, computers, whatever you're using to view this video, to watch YouTube. You gather information that way. TV news channels used to only be on TV and the newspaper. They were the news. The news. Now they infiltrate everything. They're going through Facebook and everything. Okay, so they are apparently the spokespeople for news. Because, they always tell the truth. So does everyone on YouTube. Right? So that's what reporters do. They wouldn't lie, would they? But this isn't what this video is about. It's not about if they're liars or not. Only reason I'm bringing this stuff up is so you can understand the significance for the video. Okay, everyone here has had YouTube playing and they go to sleep. Now, one of two things happens. One, your video stops playing and it asks, are you still watching? Click OK. Just pauses your video. Or you get number two. It randomly auto plays videos and for some reason dives down the rabbit hole of the internet itself. No hands needed. Starts auto selecting videos that you really have absolutely no interest in, just to throw them at you. I mean, we've had those nights where the horse is 8 pounds. You wake up, you're like, what am I watching? That happens to me a lot. YouTube is literally my addiction as in TV. I wouldn't even say that like YouTube's an addiction, but at the same time, I'm probably on YouTube 90% of the time. I'm on the internet. Why? I have no clue. For some people, Google's the internet. For other people, Facebook's the internet. For other people, Instagram's the internet. For me, YouTube is the internet. And for other weird people like myself, Reddit is the internet. But I don't know. You might be a guy who's like, bro, I'm just, looking through Wikipedia. Like, yeah, because everybody does that. Okay. But it seems like the news gets thrown into these little autoplays. And I always get two different types of autoplays. One, I'll either start going through like history stuff, which, it's my interest. And then it like slowly leads into like TED Talk documentaries. And I don't know, a lot of people get this too. And then it just blows into like NASA, just like full, just NASA live video launches, like 4 hour, 6 hour videos. Just a camera just staring off. It's like, Quadrant 1, 3 flashes. C1934-18. Time is 12 o'clock. And it's just like stupid shit like that, you know? But on the other end, I get the crazy shit. I get the real foreign diplomatic events going on and a whole nother language just pops up. Don't know any clue what they're saying. And it'll just be some weird conflict stuff. And then it'll go over to like journalists talking about world matters. Over here in New York, we have people super gluing their hands to windows. It's like, bro, no one cares. If they're gonna super glue their hand to a window, I think the only people who care is the shop owner and the person who really has to use the restroom but can't because their hand's glued to the wall. I don't care. I don't even know what's in my feed. Then it goes into media news, like mass media news. MSNBC, ABC, Fox. I literally, like, I don't even think there's a political derogative like even being posted towards my YouTube channel because I literally get both sides of the playing field left and right. So I mean, I don't care. You know, if I hear it, I hear it. It's whatever. I'm not gonna listen to one person over the next because everybody can be a liar and everybody has their own view and perspective to these things. So like, I just laugh and question a lot of things like. Let's plug these things in and see how much they actually make sense. Because I love to play with these things. So, ABC News was just like playing for like 3 hours. And I just kept waking up and it's just ABC, ABC. And as I'm waking up, getting ready for work, I'm like, is this still playing? It's really still playing. So I'm just listening to it. When I get up in the morning, you know, I don't just grab my phone and start scrolling through stuff or go check anything. I literally don't even check my text messages. Nothing. It was just probably not the best thing until I get to work, which is kind of backwards. And I'm not lying. I've showed up to work just for them to tell me, why are you here? And I'm like, because I work here. You didn't get my text message? Oh, I haven't actually checked my phone yet today. Sorry. So yeah, but I'm just listening to it. I'm listening to this ABC News, and they're talking about trafficking. And I'm like, oh, drugs. Ooh. But who'd they bust down? And it's like, oh, human trafficking. I'm like, oh, here we go. I'm not saying nothing's good about human trafficking. I'm just saying it's just been this huge narrative. It's like you see the modes in which they show news on, whether it's war, politics, guns, mass shootings, the Me Too movement, I don't know, straws, plastic straws, and then now they're talking about trafficking. You know, they're gonna start pointing the fingers at people like, oh, he's a trafficker. But I'm just listening. I was like, okay, you know, it's news. I mean, at least they're reporting on shit that matters, you know. But then this is where like it all goes out the window for me. Just watching, you know. I don't know. Some people are like, you know, you grew up in a bubble, you live in America, you're just like society. Oh my God, an officer told that kid they can't have a lemonade stand. Give him a life in prison. Oh, he's a cop? We should let him go. You know, but, like, in reality, you've got not just me. There's plenty of people like me that are like, yo, bro, wash the glasses off. What glasses? You don't see this dumb shit you're wearing because you're looking through a fucked up lens. It's not how life works. But you look at it and you're like, oh, no, yeah, trafficking? Oh, this is interesting. So what's going on? Yeah. How did this just get under our nose? I've never even heard about this, and none of my friends have heard about it unless they're all secretly inside of a giant cult and just not telling me because I haven't heard it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's out there and it's probably underground, but it's not extremely prevalent because it's not like, hey, yeah, last week my friend Jennifer, she went missing. It's like, yeah, my friend, their son Dylan, they went missing. You know, you don't hear about it much. So it's there, but it's not like, you know what I mean? But they're just throwing it at me for like a whole 30 minutes human trafficking. And then they got to the part that just like really just sucked me in. I'm like, oh, you got me, news. You got me, but for the wrong reasons. When they start using certain words, I take some things, like I'll let some words, move around loosely, like, hey man, I just got this new so you got it, but you're not really telling me much. I'm assuming you bought it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Because I mean, somebody could have gifted it to you. They could have just, you could have bought it. You could, now if you were like, hey, I just acquired this. Okay, you just did one of two things. You either stole it or you bought it. You might be like, oh, he was gifted it. Then he would have said it was gifted to me. So, no. So I'm not going to take words too literal, but certain words do pull me. So when they use something as strong as infiltrate, I'm like, okay, I'm listening. These newscasters. And I'm not putting women down at all. If you're a woman and you're a newscaster, great. But when you go, we here at ABC sent one of our news reporters in, and we were able to infiltrate a human trafficking ring. It's like, you did what? So hold on. You're telling me you did what the cops can't do? Let's back up. You did what the FBI can't do? Well, let's back up a little more. You did what almost nobody can do? And you're not even going to tell them how you did it? You're just, yeah, we infiltrated me as a female. What'd you do? Go undercover and be like, yeah, hey, I need drugs. Can you put me in this ring thing? I just need the drugs. I don't really need the money. Yeah, I'll do a life thing. Yeah, and just, y'all have like a whole escape plan where like SEAL Team 6 is just going to fly in there. We're like, we got her. Throw her out. I'm like, yeah, reporting on how I infiltrated. Like, no, you're not. Stop it. This is what makes you become a very discredited source, at least in my eyes, which are generally the people who are actually going out and voting. Because everyone's like, I don't care. They turn the TV off and they've already forgotten what was on it. The same people who go, vote? Yeah, we should vote. And they go, tacos? What are we eating tonight? I don't know, I want spaghetti. And they focus more on the spaghetti than they do, the voting thing. So, you know who I'm talking about. But, and you might be one of them. But, you're going to tell me that this girl, woman, young, was able to infiltrate an underground human trafficking ring that makes young women predominantly go missing and puts them into basically the trade. They just somehow infiltrated and just got their trust, and they were like, we're going to tell you how behind the scenes underground. And you got this shadowy dude, are we living in the 1990s? You got this dude with completely shadowed out in the background with like a distorted voice. Are you serious? Are we in the 90s? Who came out of retirement? Like, do you think we are stupid? I mean, obviously they do. I'm not gonna lie, they really do. They think most of y'all are stupid. I'm just gonna be honest with you. If you're that guy going, no, they don't lie, you're stupid, because people lie. Period. Even cops, 9 out of 10 are good. One's a liar, and I'm not just saying that. That's statistically proven. That's on paper. Literally 9 out of 10 are honest. So that's literally 10% of the police force is they're gonna lie. They're human. Nothing wrong with being human. There's just someone's gonna do it. Humans have flaws. Period. But as a news source, why? Who? You all had to have come into an agreement to tell a story, including the people reporting it. We infiltrated, a woman infiltrated, got all this information, and even convinced one of the traffickers, who was somehow just, not even on the radar of the cops at this point. They're not even going to follow him. Or how? How did you not just like scoop out all the information for their whole ring and just like not put it out there? So you're telling me you infiltrated this trafficking ring, learned everything that they do, got them to talk to you, and you're just like, now that I know their whole operation and know how to actually free these people and what's going on, I'm just not going to tell you. I'm just going to tell you what happened when I went there. Does that make any sense? That's like stumbling upon a school where there's only 2 adults in there, 200 kids. The adults, for some reason, are knocked out. The kids are locked in there because the doors are locked. And the place is on fire, and you're like, oh, there's a button there. It says unlock. Nothing to disturb here. Hey, everybody, so I saw the school full of burning kids. What'd you do? Just witnessed it. Where are they at? I'm not telling you. What? What is wrong with you? Unless that didn't actually happen. Which, you infiltrating a ring, here's what I actually think happened. You know, I want to do a story. You're sitting in Starbucks. I want to do a story on this trafficking thing. You're like, oh, I know this one guy who knew this one girl who had this one friend who got abducted for 2 days by her crazy ex-boyfriend who said he can sell her into trafficking if she got out of line. And you're like, oh, I should ask her about her story. And they're like, yeah, human trafficking. This is what he told me. The dude just making up a bunch of bullshit. That's what I think actually happened. And then they just got some guy from the back room at the news station. They were like, hey, man, you mind just repeating these lines? Like, oh, hey, we want to do a reenactment of our, Well, I had to go disrupt my cat because she decided to start tearing up stuff. Makes me wonder if she's a dog. Anyway. Like I was saying. I feel like they just got some guy from the back. And we're just like, hey, yeah, just read these lines, do the script, help us make this stuff up. Make it up. Why don't you bring us some of the footage from when you were in there? We didn't take cameras in there. Gotta be safe. Yes, you gotta be safe, but you're nothing. Nothing. Literally nothing. You can't give us no information to help these people. So your whole thing is to bring awareness. You mean the thing that we already had? So you're telling me you did the thing that we have been trying to do to get more info, and you're just like, it's gonna tell you what you already know. That's fantastic. You are a grade A news reporter. You're reporting news on things we already know. Give us something new on the topic. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like I have not watched the news. Like wanting, like just, hey, let me go check out the news. I haven't done that in, oh god, years. When I became properly acquainted with politics, I was like, news? And you think about your friends and how they say things and see things, and there's basically the same people that are reporting the news. You realize these guys don't know crap. They just kind of just report crap. Like, but it's true. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. And sometimes it's not. And it's just a waste of time. So yeah. Just seeing how far news has fallen. Either that or just they've always been this bad. I've just never really knew or noticed. Anyway, just thought I'd just throw them a little toss for annoying the crap out of me for hours on end on YouTube. Anyway, do you actually believe the news? Well, till next time.